NFL on EA Sports. And up next, it's Bo Nix. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Giants on EA Sports.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are alongside my partner Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Let's go now. Ready, go. Ready.
Young now. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, Young. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Throw is going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Off the play fake, Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go play action with Nix. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here's Nix. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Following the interception, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Go.
Young to throw it. That's caught by Harrison, right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Throwing, Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Here we go.
Young will set to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Throwing Nix. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. Now, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Right back to Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Not the start to this ball game he had hoped for. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. The good news is this ball game is still scoreless. So let's start all over here. 1st and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Here is 3rd and 5.
Ready.
Young. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they are back to 500 on the year. Got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Nix to the air. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Robinson shreds the tackle, and he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix on the move to his left. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Nix from the shotgun. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Now it's Nix. This complete to Jones. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. To throw, here's Nix. And complete to Smith and Jigba. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Nix looking to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Ready?
Here's Young. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he gets this up across the 35. And I believe they buzz down. They're going to take another look at this play. Here's 2nd and 3.
Set. All right, go. Ready?
Now Young. And this is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Young. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On play action, here's Nix. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A final shot before break. Nix eluding the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy the visiting Jags, who are out in front. Bryce Hall, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles. In a game where 1 field goal is all these offenses could muster in the first 2 quarters, you figure both coaching staffs were needing to make plenty of adjustments. And for the call of the second half,
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Just 1 field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down. Robinson up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He finds Robinson. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Here we go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Ready.
Young working out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Robinson is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Jump. 17. Set punt. Ready, go.
To throw, Young. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Here we go. Here we set, go.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Eddie Jackson. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Young. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, go. Set.
Young to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Nix.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 5. And complete to Zach Ertz. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Logan Thomas.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New York ready to go again offensively. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Set.
Young now. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Puka Nacua, 77 yards. And the Giants are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing Nix. It's complete to Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. That one looks like he'll throw here. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Man open, here is Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Julio Jones. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point try now for Moody.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Ready.
Young.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll throw again. Young.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This complete to Corley.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Young will set to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Nix to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?